In today's podcast, we are going to look at emphasizing transferable skills, changing careers, and marketing to clients. It's so important for us to be able to have an idea what it looks like when we're going from one position to the next to transferring our skills. So, the first thing we're going to begin with is a self assessment. Now, the self assessment it begins by conducting a thorough assessment of your skills, your experience, your strength. You want to reflect on your previous roles, identify anything that's transferable to your new career. You want to consider your hard skills and your soft skills. Now, your hard skills are your technical expertise, your soft skills are your communication, interpersonal. Now, we've been in the marketplace for many, many years, so we understand, we have those experiences already. This is nothing new to those of us who are making that pivoting and prospering, changing career type of things. We know what it is that we know, and we know how to do it. So the perfect thing we want to do really is to make a list of those things, because we're only going to use the skills that are required for the changing of the career, not everything that we know. The second thing you want to do really is to research that target career. Take time to identify that desired industry that you really want to get into it, and understand the skills that are needed, the qualifications that are needed, and the requirements that the employer is typically looking for. This is where you pull out from your treasure chest of all the skills and abilities that you have to identify that transferable skill to match it up with the employer's needs for that particular career change. Now, you don't have to use everything that you know, and that's why it has to be a transferable skill, because we're not going to lose any of those things, but we're just going to take advantage of what it is that we already have to push forward to where we want to be. The next thing we want to do is identify those relevant transferable skills. Like I said, we have a treasure chest of skills. We know how to adapt. We know what teamwork is. We know how to, problem solve. Those are the things that we've done over the years. So we really are just taking what it is that we already know and pushing it forward into the relevancy of what the career change is that we would like to do. So you want to make sure that you analyze all those things and make a list and pull from, like I said, your treasure chest of things. And this includes volunteering. You may not have that particular job skill, but you maybe have volunteered in a position where you have done certain things that really match up with that desired career. So those do count. And just, if you weren't paid or paid, it doesn't matter. You still have that skill. Next, you want to tailor your resume and your cover letter to meet and match what the employer is looking for. I cannot stress this enough, especially with those of you who are looking online and submitting those online resumes. If your keywords are not matching up with what those employers are looking for, your resume is just going to slide right through, because it won't trigger what it is that they're looking for. Most employers now use this automated system, and if yours doesn't match up with what they're looking for, it's not going to set you apart from regular people's resume. Now, the next thing we want to do is showcase those transferable skills. Now, how do we showcase that? We draw a connection between your past experiences and how they relate to this new career or new change that you want to make. You can share stories of a certain accomplishments that you did. You can highlight your, applied transferable skills that you have. You must know yourself. You have to really take an analysis of your own personal self, and to be able to step into that new arena with confidence. You can use it in your problem solving skills and so on and so forth. So you're going to showcase those things. You're going to share them with stories, and make sure that you're in the proper environment. It might be an interview situation, or you might be in a networking situation. Make sure that you understand where you are and who you're speaking with before you just start, sharing everything that you know. Now, you want to gain additional training or certifications if it's necessary. There are sometimes you might need a certificate of some sort, or a little bit of training in this area, some online video. whatever it is that you need to do, make sure that you understand what is required. You might have the transferable skills, but you might need a certificate. You can take an online class. There are so many options today that allow us to technically get what we need without even leaving the house. So make sure that you know what it is that's required, any credentials, any special things like that, and get that training before you step into that. You don't want to step into it and then they say, oh, well, you need this certification and you haven't researched it. Then you should know that beforehand and then talk to some industry experts in regards to that. The next thing you want to do is the networking and information interviews. You can engage in networking activities, specific to that target career. Don't just go to anything. Sometimes we can go to a networking meeting where a lot of different people are there with different types of businesses. But when you're looking, you want to go to an industry also, in addition to that, because you can get good connections there. But in addition to that, you want to focus on your particular industry that you're looking for, like trade shows for that particular industry, or different opportunities that come up. Trade shows are good to go to because you're going to meet people that do that industry and they're going to have all of the latest, greatest of everything that it is that they need. And you can make that connection and maybe someone will mentor you along the way. So that's a great opportunity. Think about that when you're looking to transition into that next career. The next thing you want to do is prepare for any type of interview that you might have. You're prioritizing, you're training, you've pulled out everything in the treasure chest that you need. And so now you want to practice articulating how you're going to effectively to apply what it is that you already know to the employer's needs. And that comes in the interview process. So if you've already taken inventory and pulled out those things that you need, those are the only things that you probably need to talk about. Finally, you want to just be open. Be open to continuously learning and adapting. People always want to say lifelong learning is for those who keep going to college. Well, we're always learning. We learn something new every single day. So embrace the mindset that you are continually learning something, and it makes life and your journey and your change and what it is that you're doing just a lot more engaging, a lot more fun. You want it to be fun. You don't really want to step out of something that you didn't like and step into something that you don't like as well. You want to be able to step into the things that you love doing. And having said that, I want to just give you an opportunity to schedule a one on one with me to talk about your career goals, regardless of whether you're in a mid career change or re-entering the workforce or contemplating that major transition. I would like to provide you with the guidance and support that you need. Now, during this free 30 minutes free session, we can assess your potential passion and purpose and create a path that aligns with your goals. Then, if you like to go deeper, I can provide you with the support and some effective job search and networking goals and addressing the career related challenges and concerns that you might have as far as what's happening when you do apply or what can be going on. So just schedule that appointment. You can go to my website. The link is here where you're listening to the podcast. And I also put it in the description as well. And just click on that link and schedule that free 30-minute session with me. I'd be glad to help you out with your career development and your career change. So this is Diane, and I'd like to thank you so much for tuning into the podcast today. And you have a great one.